What's going on, guys? This is Pat Gardner with Angler U. We're here today in the swimming pool, not in the bay, but we're going to be going over a couple different presentations on lures. Here's the Fat Boy floater. Everybody talks about it. It's a great wintertime, shallow, big trout bait. And we're going to go over a few presentations that I like to throw them. So one of the main ones that I like to do is I'm going to keep that floater high. I'm going to work it real fast. The object, what I'm trying to do is keep that bait right on top of the surface, right below the surface, honestly, and going back and forth. It pushes a lot of water and it'll get fish fired up. I would say I mainly do this shallow, very shallow water, usually knee deep. Now there are times that I will throw it in deeper water when the fish want a presentation to come up at, but I'm mainly zoning in on this lure when I'm in that shallow water. It's cold. You can really slow this bait down. So I'm working it fast on top of the surface, and then you can pause it. But you can also cast out, let it sink for a while. It's gonna sink a little bit different than the original Fat Boy. This one kind of sinks tail down unless you keep tension on it with a little bit of drag, then it'll slowly sink more flat. I'll give you a presentation of that one too, right here. So you're gonna cast it out, let that get down. And a lot of times I'll keep my rod tip pretty low because I'm trying to keep it low in the water column and not high. I'm going to keep it low, pop it. So that first original pop, when my rod tip is down, you're going to get a jump kind of forward and not so much up. And then as I bring it up, you're bringing that bait up in the water. And I'll do a drag a lot of times at the end. So as it sinks, I'm going to pop it. It'll go boom, boom, boom with a drag, and then it'll just kind of wiggle. Those are my two main presentations on the floater. So I'm gonna do that again. So on the first one, I'm keeping it high. Right when it hits the water, I'm usually working it because I don't want it to get below the surface. So right there, I'm keeping it high. It's almost like a top water, but that bait's gonna be right below the surface. So I'm keeping it high, boom, 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 and it's just running back and forth, back and forth. And you can put pauses in there. You gotta kind of feel what the fish want that day. Some days they're gonna absolutely engulf it on the pause. Sometimes they just want it, it's more of a reaction strike. So as that bait's jumping real fast right below the surface, you're gonna get a reaction strike out of those fish and they're gonna jump up and grab it. But when it's real cold, a lot of times you'll be working it faster, give it a long pause with a little bit of drag, so that bait's just gonna be sitting there, and they're gonna hit it on that pause. But like I said, the other one that I really like, it's usually when it's pretty cold and we're fishing shallow and those fish have moved up to eat. I'm gonna cast it out, I'm gonna let it get down. That bait's gonna be sinking. Pop, 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 with a little bit of drag, or you can do a pop, 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 and just let it pause without the drag, and it's gonna sink right there in front of that fish's face. One of the biggest advantages to the floater, I think, is being able to keep that bait in front of the fish for a long period of time. Sometimes they're not super aggressive, they're more lethargic in the winter, but if you can work that bait slow in front of their face and then just let it pause and fall down in the water column, that's usually when they're gonna hit it.